Hello, my name is Taylor. I'm one of the Vandalia managers, and I am kind of the Gingr guru. And since, times have kind of been changing here, and we're having to make sure that we're keeping everybody safe, doing the contactless drop-off and pickup and contactless payment, something that's super helpful and really important for you guys to do is start utilizing the full aspect of the Gingr program. Gingr allows us to do a lot of cool things, and with that comes a little bit of some kind of complicated things. So I want to make sure that I can get you the important information of how to do some very basic things that really help the staff at Dog Days if you're able to do these things. So first off, the important thing is just getting logged into your account and double checking your information that you have. Making sure that the contact information as far as phone numbers and emails and emergency contacts is all correct and up to date. If you haven't updated that since we switched over to Gingr a while back, that information could be really old. That could have been from when you first started bringing your dog to Dog Days, and that could be, over 5 years ago. And a lot of us have changed where we're living or our email address or our phone numbers and all that kind of stuff. So this way you can make sure that your information is most up to date. So if for any reason we do need to get in contact with you, we have that information right at hand. The other important thing for you guys to be able to do is to be logging into your account and double checking the reservations that you have, whether or not you still need those reservations or whether you'd like to add more reservations. You have access to all of that information through your Gingr account. So I'll show you kind of how to do all of those aspects. And then finally, something that's super important too is to make sure that you have either a card saved on file or you're prepaying for your single days or for your packages. This is super important during this pandemic time where we don't have our lobbies open and we still need to collect payments for the nail trims, the days of daycare, all that kind of fun stuff. We need to make sure that we have something set in place so that when your dog is there and gets picked up, we can take care of payment for those services at that time. So I'll show you how to get your card on file and how to prepay for days. So that's kind of the overview of everything that we have on the account and what I'll be going over with today. The very first step for us is going to be logging into your account. And I am here on the main page, dogdaysinc.com, which is our website. We've had a little pop-up just letting everybody know that we've got some different hours and whatnot right now. If you lose that pop-up up here in the top corner, takes you to the COVID hours and policies. This is going to be the most up-to-date place where you can see what location is offering what services. Because kind of everything changed, we had to change what our locations are doing during that time. Drop-off and pickup hours have changed, boarding has changed, half day hours, everything has changed, you guys. So keep an eye on this part of your screen. Now, to get into your Gingr account, you're going to click on Current Best Friends Reserve here. Whether or not you have gone into your account, you're going to use the current customer option. If you haven't logged in yet, that's okay. You still have an account. It just means that you haven't had access to it yet. The new customer is for somebody who has never been to Dog Days. So if you click into new customer and it asks you to fill out all the information about your dog, but your dog's been coming to Dog Days for years, stop and go back and we'll get you into your account. But you can go ahead and click on, are you a current customer? And that will take you to the login section. Now, if you don't have an account yet, just fill out your information and hit continue logging in, and it will take you to the create a password section and get an account for you. I already have an account in place, so I'm just going to go ahead and log in. And also, don't be afraid to hit the forget your password link. It'll send you a quick text or an email, and it's super easy to get into your account and do things that way. Okay, so we have logging in, and it's going to take me to the main screen. And first off, I want to point out that there is a lot of information on this page, but when it really comes down to it, there is one really important section, and that is the quick actions. And I've made sure to get this customer portal set up so that the quick actions have everything that you need to access during the pandemic. So use this quick actions box to take care of the things that I've mentioned earlier. So what I said earlier was, just getting into your account and making sure that your information is up to date. You'll click on Edit My Account, and that's going to take you to your user page. So all of the information that either was transferred from our old software system or what you've entered into your Gingr system is all going to show up on this screen here. Now you can update your address, your email, you can change your password, your phone number. I do want to stress to make sure that your main number is a mobile phone number, because during the pandemic we've been utilizing the text messaging system in order to speed through our pickup process. It is so important to have a texting capable phone number in that, so that when you arrive to pick up your dog and you text back to us here, it just automatically flags your dog for checkout. It's super quick, super easy, super helpful for the staff that are on duty at the time. They can really quickly get your dog out the door and back to you as long as you have that response to that text message. Now, if you don't have texting, or you have somebody else that's picking up, it's totally okay for us to do it different and call in. But we want to make sure that we're trying to get the majority of people using this mobile texting service. So make sure that this mobile phone number is good to go. All right, and then further down you can edit your emergency contact. You can add other people that are authorized to pick up, add any notes that you'd need to do about different people that might be picking up your dog. And then there's also the credit card on file section. Don't worry about that right now. We'll go over it a little bit later. Once you finish filling everything out, go ahead and hit save, and then it'll take you back to the main screen. So step one, super easy. You went through, made sure that everything was all good. Awesome. All right, so we've got that all up to date. Now, the next important thing that we like to have you guys doing is utilizing this online service to create your reservations, so request reservations, and also cancel your reservations if you don't need them anymore. When you are on this quick actions page, there is a blue button that says request services. When you click that, it gives you another option to go ahead and move into that request page. And what's going to happen is it's going to give you a lot of options, but the important thing to remember is that it's going to default to your default location. So if you primarily go to Capital, it's going to have your automatic location pop up as Capital. Now, I'm Vandalia, so therefore it pops up with Vandalia. Why I'm making sure to make a point of this right now is because we have people that need to utilize daycare or boarding or services that aren't available at each location, and they need to go to the other location. So if you need daycare on a Monday and Vandalia isn't open, you're welcome to bring your dog to the Capital location. That's definitely not a problem. There's a lot of faces of the dogs that are using both locations, especially for people who are essential workers and really need their dogs to be in daycare. So make sure that you're booking for the correct location. So we select the location. And then the second option is to select what type of reservation you're looking to request. So we've got boarding and full days and half days and relaxed days and all of this stuff. If you don't know what all of that means, that's totally fine. The reason we have all of those is because each location offers a different service. So most of the time you'll be selecting either a full day or a half day. So I'm going to go ahead and select full day daycare. It pops up with information about a full day daycare. Now, we've added just a little clause at the top of all of these to just visit the website to see the most up-to-date information. Things are changing so quickly that, 1 week we didn't have half days and now we're offering half days. And so things are kind of changing, and it's a lot of work to change that in the system. So just visit the website. All right, so then when you select what type of reservation you would like, then you choose your dog. If you have multiple dogs, it will pull up with both of them as an option. So I will go ahead and select both of my dogs to come to daycare. And what you do is you click on the date option, and then you select which date you're interested in bringing them. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to say Friday, May 29th, and then it automatically will adjust the drop-off and pickup times to what our system default is. You don't have to change these, but you can if you'd like. Now, say I was interested in booking both of my dogs for multiple reservations. So say I wanted to book them for the next every few Fridays, all the way through June. What I can do is I can go to the Add Recurring Dates button, select Friday, make sure that it's on for every week, and then you can either do a certain number of weeks. So if I know that it's the next 6 weeks that I wanted to do it, you could type in 6. Otherwise, you can select the Until button, go over, and choose the last day that you want that to be booked on. So the last day that I would be interested is the last Friday in June, which is the 26th. So I'm going to go ahead and select that, and then I'm going to hit Add Dates. That's going to automatically just book all of those dates for me. When you click Show Recurring Dates right here, then it pulls up all of those reservations. And shoot, you know what? I forgot that I don't need daycare on the 19th. I need it on the 18th. So I'm going to just trash that one, and then I'm going to hit Add Another Reservation. And I'm going to select June 18th, which is a Thursday instead of a Friday, and go ahead and add that on there. So now I've got every Friday in June except for the 19th when I did Thursday instead. Now, all of these options down here, you don't have to worry about clicking on them. The notes section, you can type in notes about requesting for a nail trim for a certain date or anything like that, but you don't have to. You can also let the staff know through email, through phone, or when you drop off. Now we have to make sure we check mark the box and then hit save. And that sends the reservations to the staff that are at the site in which you are interested in utilizing. So I sent my request over to the Vandalia location. And what the staff do when they get those requests is they make sure that the daycare groups that we have that day are have enough space in them in order to take the dogs. So there is this kind of scary big red button, and that's just explaining that these are just requests. You are just requesting for your dog to come to daycare. It doesn't mean that your dates are automatically enabled. So basically what it's just trying to tell you is the staff need to check everything out, check back in a little bit once they've gone through those reservation requests, and they'll make sure that you either have your spot or you're on the wait list. As long as you see this reservation has been saved successfully, that means that you're good to go. Now, say I wanted to check what reservations I have, I can go up to this top bar here where it says My Reservations. I'll click on that and then hit View. When you hit View, it will take you to a semi-confusing page, and I want to stress one thing that will help you guys out. So it likes to add in this kind of invisible bar that's like a toolbar, but it doesn't make total sense, and it kind of randomly will choose which option it's on, and that means that it might not be super helpful for you. If it's on past, that means you don't see your requested reservations on there. That means you just see all of your old reservations. Not super helpful. So what I recommend to most people is to just go ahead and select all. You're going to have a lot more reservations that you will be viewing at that moment in time, but as long as you're paying attention to the date and the status of that reservation, it doesn't really matter. This way you can see all of your reservations, whether they have been accepted, whether they've been canceled, whether they're on the wait list, or whether they're pending acceptance. You can see everything all right there. Now, because I haven't gone in and accepted those reservations, I'm currently still showing pending acceptance. All the rest of mine are canceled because these are all test options, but normally what you would see is either pending acceptance, waitlisted, unconfirmed, or confirmed. The only time that you really need to keep checking back is if you see waitlisted. If you see unconfirmed or confirmed, that means that your reservation is booked and you're good to go. We just wait to get a little bit closer to the date before we would confirm those. So what that means is if you book a reservation out for 6 weeks from now, we wait to confirm that so that we can get 5 weeks from now and then double check that you still needed it, because things are changing a lot right now, and so we're just trying to make sure that we have the most accurate head count of how many dogs are going to be there so that we can staff the appropriate number of staff and make sure that we have enough people there to be safe. So making sure that when we are double checking these reservations in the end, that's why you might see unconfirmed. All right, so that's how you would check your reservations. Now say, you know what, I totally forgot, I don't really need Friday the 26th. So I have two options. I can either select cancel reservations manually for each one and do it that way, or I can also multi-select options on my end and say, you know what, I don't need those. And what happens when you select cancel, it's gonna give you a, we'll get there. It's gonna ask you why you're canceling. So then you hit cancel, and then it automatically will cancel your reservation. You do not have to worry about doing anything else. Once you've canceled it, it is all good to go. Now, there's a little red box here that says no services are attached to this reservation. If you were signed up for a nail trim or a grooming appointment for that reservation, it'll say there, and it'll remind you, hey, you had a nail trim on that day, you might want to rebook. So it'll kind of give you a reminder. Not a problem if you needed to do that. Alrighty, so that's kind of the overview for reservations. Now, finally, the last thing that's super important for you guys to do is to prepay or have a card on file for your daycare days. Or if you're coming for boarding, making sure that you have a card on file for us to be able to use. Now, adding the card on file is pretty easy. You just select the red button that says add or edit card on file, and it will take you right to that section where you're going to edit your card information. Now, I've already got a card on file, so I'm not going to go ahead and input all of this information again, but I want to stress there's one thing that's really important when you're updating your card information. You're going to type all of this card information out. You're going to select use this card. It will give you a little confirmation box, and then you need to make sure that you go down to the very bottom and select save. So you're saving in two spots. Super, super important. Select use this card and then save that card. I wish that it was a little bit easier, but it's kind of confusing. So type in your information, select use this card, and then hit save. Okay, so you've got your card on file. Awesome, good to go. If your card is on file and you owe for the day and you don't have a prepaid package, we'll automatically just use that card on file to take care of the payment for the day. But if you don't want to do that and you want to save a little bit of money and have a prepaid package on your account, super awesome, to be able to save a little bit of money and make sure that you've got your future days ready to go and you don't have to worry about it. What you do is go ahead and click on prepay for days or purchase packages. This is going to take you to the online cart where it pops up with all of the different daycare packages, boarding packages that we have available. It does these alphabetically. So right now it's showing that boarding packages are showing up first. But then we've got some full day packages and the frequent flyer pack, we've got half day packages, etc. Everything is on here with the different amount of package credits, what type of reservation, and so on. We do have descriptions for most of these, so read through that to know what package is best for you and for your dog. If you're not interested in purchasing a package but you'd like to prepay for your days, say you have 2 days booked for next week and you want to just take care of it right now, what you do is you go ahead and go down to the very bottom where we have the single days available, and it's one day, it's one single day, and what you do is you select the price. It's going to pop up and say, how many would you like to purchase? Because I'm buying a single day, but I need 2, I'm going to go ahead and type 2 in, and then I hit OK. So they've added that to the order. Now, it doesn't automatically go to the order screen or the cart for you, and just in case you needed to purchase anything else. So that's all I want. That's all I need to purchase today. So I'm going to go up to the very top here, and it gives me out the price of the days and the tax that gets added on. You know, maybe I just need 1 day. I can go ahead and just delete one of those from the cart. Then I hit checkout, and it pops up with card information. So if you didn't save your card on file and you don't want to do that, or you want to use a different card, you can type all the information in again, or there's a little checkbox here that says use the card on file. So you can select that, and once you have your information in and good to go, you will select purchase for $34.95, and you'll be all set. Now, I'm not going to do that because I don't need to bring my cats, who are what I use for my account. I don't need to bring them to daycare. So I'm just going to go back to the main screen here, and I will show you where you can see your packages and the expiration dates for those packages, how many credits you have left and whatnot. So if you have a package on your account, it will be right here. Now, I have a boarding package on here, and it expires Friday, June 19th, and I have 1 night remaining on that package. So that means that I have 1 night that is already paid for, and I don't need to worry about paying for boarding for 1 night. If you had multiple packages, say a single day package and a half day package, all of those would show up right here. So that is a great way for you to be able to check how many days you have left on your package and know if you need to re-up anytime soon. All right, so that is the overview of everything that I think is super important for you to know during the pandemic, things that would be really helpful for us and for our staff, and also for you guys to make sure that we're all staying ahead of the game here. If you have any other questions, just contact us. You know, there's a lot going on this site, and you can do a lot more. So just let us know if there's anything else that you have questions for, and we'll help you out. And if we get enough questions on something, we could definitely create another video. All right, thanks for sticking with me. It's been like 20 minutes. You know, being at home, I don't have too many people to talk to, so sorry, but I really hope that this video has been helpful to you, and you can start utilizing your Gingr account as we're moving forward here into some strange and different times. Thanks, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye.